Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today, doing my annual 2021 year-end top 10s, and we're going to kick off the 126-pound featherweight division. This is the video of the dropouts, the guys that dropped out of the top 10 that were in my top 10 heading into 2021 last year. I want to cover the guys that dropped out, and we're going to go from lowest to highest, starting with Jesse Magdaleno, the former 122-pound champion at junior featherweight. He was previously number 8, and he dropped out basically inactivity. You know, since 2018, Jesse has not fought. Since 2018 when he got knocked out against Isaac Dogbe, he's only fought 3 times, and I still think Jesse is a very quality fighter, but just the inactivity is killing him. Ever since he passed on a title shot against Emmanuel Navarrete last year, he just hasn't done anything. So I dropped him out of the top 10, because of that. Hopefully he returns this year and, tries to make an impression on the division, because, I still think Jesse's got what it takes to compete at a high level, but we just got to see. He's still ranked number 10 by the WBO. He's only 30 years old, so hopefully he returns at some point. Also dropping out is Isaac Dogbe, the former junior featherweight champion. He was previously number 7. Dogbe stayed busy and fought twice in 2021, but I just didn't see, what he's done since his back-to-back losses. I just don't see that same fighter. I don't know. I think Dogbe is on the verge of really, if he steps in against a top 10 guy, he's going to get his ass whipped, I guess. He entered the year returning from the back-to-back losses in 2018 and 19 to Navarrete. He took on Chris Avalos, got an 8th round TKO in 2020. So entering this year, he was trying to build on that at featherweight. And he started off fighting Adam Lopez, who's a quality opponent, not a top 10 guy, but a quality opponent. Struggled a little bit with Lopez, but weathered the storm and walked away with a close majority decision, 10-round majority decision. Then he really had a chance to prove where he was at in December, I believe, when he took on Christopher Diaz. Now, Diaz had fought Emmanuel Navarrete earlier in the year for the WBO title and got beat down and stopped in the 12th round against Navarrete. And so Dogbe had a chance to really show if he belongs in the same league as Navarrete still, and he just didn't show me that. He went out there against Diaz and had to work really hard to walk away with a 10-round majority decision win. And, he stays undefeated at featherweight. He's 3-0 now at featherweight, but I don't know. I just see some of these B and C level type featherweights really testing him. Even Chris Avalos, who he was beating the majority of the fight, Dogbe was, tested him and pushed him. And I just don't know how good Dogbe is going to be at featherweight. He's ranked number 4 by the WBO. We're going to see, but, hopefully he can test himself against a good opponent next, and we're going to see just really how good he is in the 126-pound featherweight division. But, we'll see. Only time will tell. He's on a win streak. Maybe he could turn it up, and we'll see how much better he's going to be. But the final guy to drop out of the top 10 from last year is former world title challenger Tuchko Nyambayar from Mongolia. Nyambayar was coming off a loss, a 1-1 2020 year, where he challenged Gary Russell for the WBC title. Got outboxed cleanly in that fight and suffered his first defeat, but he closed the fight strong and made an impression. And heading into 2021, we really didn't know what was going to happen. Then he decided in, I believe it was June or July, he decided to move up to 130 and take on Chris Colbert, the undefeated super featherweight contender. He decided to move up and fight him at 130 pounds on short notice, and he got cleanly outboxed in that one and outworked and lost a unanimous decision at 130. He was dropped out. He's previously number 6. He's still ranked number 8 by the WBC at featherweight, 126, and I believe he is returning to featherweight. He actually has his next fight lined up on the Gary Russell, Mark Magsayo undercard. He's returning to take on Vic Pasillas on that Showtime undercard. And I believe that's going to be at 126 because Pasillas has fought at 122 and 126 for the most part. He hasn't really moved up to 130. So I believe he's returning to this weight class, to 126. And I think, you know, he's got the potential to move back into the mix. But, excuse me, and also the fact that he's a PBC guy and PBC has 126, has some good fighters at 126. I think, you know, Nayambayar is going to get somebody of quality at, you know, after Pasillas if he can get through that. He's got to get through Vic Pasillas. I think he will. And once he's done with that, I think middle of the year, he's probably going to move himself into some kind of an eliminator or something of note against a solid contender because, as I said, the PBC has solid guys at featherweight. So we'll see. But that's it. That's the guys that dropped out of the 126-pound featherweight top 10. And I'm going to continue on starting with number 10 next. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.